Spider Fire Entertainment.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to JT's Toy Box. You're in my box, so kick back, relax, get ready to enjoy some toy talk. And today, I would suggest grabbing something sweet to eat. Yeah, that doesn't mean broccoli. That doesn't mean broccoli. Put that broccoli down. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about was some toys that I got recently. A few of them I probably mentioned in a past video. I wanted this guy. I wanted this guy about a week ago, and unfortunately it was street dated at my local Target. But I knew, being that it's a movie cinematic action figure, these will probably don the pegs of many a shelves in the stores. So I just wanted to be the first in order to get my version of Mr. What You Sniffin'. Oh, that's right, burnt rocks. So anyway, I'm going to do an unboxing of this guy. I'm going to eventually pop his head off, and I'm going to mix it up with this guy right here. So wouldn't it be kind of cool to have that head on that body? And then also too, I picked up a few figures weeks past, and I was kind of doing like these Black Knights, and they came with all these cloaks. Now I'm going to give him a cloak. So first I'm going to give him a cloak, move him around a little bit, check out his articulation. Then we're going to do a little body swapping with the heads. And then I found his buddy just chilling there on the shelf the other day. I was super excited that they had this. I saw it on the internet, and I thought, well, it's probably going to be a couple more months before it comes out. But it also was released within the Black Adam wave. Some really neat artwork on the back there. And I have to say that the Rock also had a really cool pose on the back of his too. I mean, it's a really good likeness. I'm sure that's a picture of him and not the toy. But the toy itself, man, get that glare out of there. Man, that looks just like him. It's really cool. So anyway, on another note, let's get back to the Star Wars story. I found me another wrecker, and he is gonna get opened up today. So we're going to pop this puppy open. I still got another one that I'm going to leave in the box, but for the price point, he was on clearance, so check all your local stores. You probably will not be finding any more of the Bad Batch on the shelves. They're going to probably coming out with a new wave. And I have a secret box, guys. I got a box that just came in the mail the other day from none other than Big Bad Toy Store. So we're going to find out what Big Bad Toy Store sent Mr. JT in the mail, and we're gonna giggle a little bit. Alright guys, get ready? Let's do it. Right, let's see here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like making a lot of weird noises. It helps me to relax just a little bit. Nothing like hearing something funky, you know, to make you cheer up a little bit. So I'm gonna open up this box right in front of you. And I'm going to leave the box in somewhat good shape, because that could make some really good target practice. No, I wouldn't do that to Mr. Rockman. I would not do that to him. Maybe I would. Let me find my scissors real quick. I really didn't want to use the cutter on him, but I will. But I had some really cool snips. Let me see if I can find those real quick. Couldn't find my little snips, so we got to use big snips. Alright. Yeah, that's right. So, I snipped that guy. This little thing there. And then he comes with little electricity. Oh, make some loud noise. Ooh, I could wear these as like finger extenders. I'd be like, yeah. So anyway, there he is right there. Mr. Rock Dwayne Johnson. And he even still has his eyebrow slightly lifted there. Can you see it? I see it. Can you smell what the Rock's cooking? It smells like feet. Alright, so I'm going to open up the other toy now, and we're going to see how he kind of... Ooh, look at that. Lots of butt kicking. He can kick his butt twice. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, very, very limber. And very articulated. He could be a ballerina. The body is really impressive as far as flexibility goes. I really like everything that they did as far as making this as bendy flexy as you can get a figure to be. So even in the wrist swivels and elbow joints are double. That's cool. So he can literally just go pa, 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 pa. Stop hitting yourself. Pa, pa. Hey, stop that. I don't like it. Boom, boom, boom. We can't help it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's right. Can you smell what the fist is cooking? It smells like fingers. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so now we're going to open up this guy. I already started and I thought, oops, I should be recording this while I do it. So anyway, box is kind of like a shoe box. It slides right out. That's nice. And it also comes with this cool comic book, which I will get bagged and sleeved, or maybe I should just leave it as is. It has a little trading card that is also individually bagged and sleeved. So that's a cool little add-on with the toy, is getting a comic book. I like that. That's neat. Oh, more lightning effects. So I wonder if they're the same, just different colored yellow. We will find out right now. Oh yeah, we will. Let's do a comparison of lightning bolts. Oh boy. Well, yeah, they are the same exact mold of lightning bolts. Haha. But one is slightly more translucent and the other is a little bit more limey color. But I have 4 lightning bolts now, so now I can make like a little lightning arrangement and put it in a vase and have it on my table. It would be really nice, you know, on a rainy day when you're not getting lightning. Well, that tells me something. So my main thing was like, are these heads going to be compatible? Well, if their hand accessories are going to be, then maybe their joint accessories will be too. So let me pop him out real quick, and sorry for the noise. I haven't really decided to pause or just cut that part out yet. Oh, it's so strong. Oh, nope. Oh yeah, cut it. Cut it. All right. So anyway, there he is. Man, he was tough to get out too. He has a really neat cape on the back. That cape is very textured, so it looks just like denim. Looks like canvas, and it even has some really cool battle damage. It's frayed on the edges where he used to have probably a really nice cape. Shoulder pads are really limber with the softer plastics. Great move on their part, in my opinion. The stuff is less likely to break off. And can he kick his own butt too? Oh no, he's got wide thighs, so there is no self-inflicted butt kickings. All right, well, with more armor comes that problem, and it's got a nice little flexy rubbery insignia there too. So in comparison, if you take them both, they are just roughly about the same size. I mean, I think they are. They're in the 7-inch scale. So let's pop these heads off and see what they look like. Alright, so it is official. We've now officially done the head swapping, and then sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. So anyway, here he is. This is what he looks like. It didn't turn out so bad on this guy. I think it's a good mashup with this figure. The head distancing with the neck and everything, it's pretty good. And so that would be actually a really good change to go ahead and leave it like that. Unfortunately for The Rock, he looks pretty hunched in there. There's basically, on this toy, there's not much of a neck. Well, the neck, so here, let me pop it off. The neck extends kind of like out like this instead of up, and yet the other one is straight up and not lurching over. So this one is standing straight up, has good posture. Unfortunately, the DC generic version of Shazam or Black Adam, I'm always going to have that problem. Anyway, they just kind of lurched him out a little bit. So you pop him down, and like maybe if he's looking down, it just doesn't go. It doesn't work. So it was a cool attempt, it really is, and it did pay off with this Black Adam figure. I can exchange the head and it would be okay. I'm alright with that. But in all fairness, if you put them back on the toys that they were meant for, then it'll look both will look just equally as best. So I will end up doing that. But hey, you know, that's how you win some, you lose some when you do head swapping. It sounds like a great idea, and I could probably do some kind of like some putty or something and build up the neck and make it how I like. But I'm really not there with my toys and adding gook in order to make it work. So anyway, let's move on to opening up Hawkman. And I don't know anything about these characters that are coming out for the movie, other than The Rock is playing Black Adam, so I don't know who they have casted. I'm not really that invested into the movie just yet until it's closer to being released. And let me snip off some of these little plastic belts that hold them in place. The head is really cool looking. And his mace is also pretty well detailed. So there's his mace. Even comes with a little swash right there. And it's pretty prickly. Yeah. So that is a really cool weapon. I look forward to seeing different variations of that and many different toys. And then also comes with some cool wings. These are kind of like the wings that Wonder Woman had when she had the movie cinematic Wonder Woman. They don't fold. They don't jiggle. They just fold. Yeah, that's right. I like that sound. Pop those wings in, and they went in pretty deep. And there it is there. There is my first official Hawkman figure for the movie. And he looks pretty cool. His ears are a little bit big, but given that he's a hawk and those are supposed to be wings, a little oversized, but you know, in his full potential in the movie, we don't know what he's really supposed to look like, if they fold up or if they flare out. It's kind of something that, you know, they kind of eliminated off of the Captain America helmet. And then I also noticed with Thor, they really didn't go in that direction. But hey, that leaves it wide open for DC to use. So here, they got a figure that's got feathers on it, on his helmet. And so anyway, really nice face sculpt. Little shadow right there. Sorry, need better lighting. Anyway, cool toy. Looking forward to seeing more release on another trailer and eventually watching this in the theater. So cool addition. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so moving on, let's open up our Wrecker figure, because if I don't do it on screen in front of you, I'm gonna leave it on that shelf for another couple weeks. So, oh my goodness, this felt really good to buy this toy. I don't mind doing it at this price because it was on clearance, and I was really happy to buy another one. The first one cost me dearly. I think I spent about $36 US. So yeah, not a cheap toy by any means. Definitely Hasbro getting their money's worth out of you as a customer. They will rape your pockets. Alright. That is cool. And what I also noticed is from the last Stormtroopers that I opened up, they have the same back plug in behind. So I might be able to swap out backpacks, but I'll put his little backpack on. And I watched this cartoon series. They have a really good cartoon series. I was very hesitant in the beginning. Didn't think that show was going to be something I would be interested in, but I found myself continually watching one episode after another until, unfortunately, the whole entire show was over, and it was a really good telling. I recommend watching that for any Star Wars fan out there that wants to catch up on something that they didn't really release, you know, in the movies. You don't know anything about these guys other than their clones and what happened to them when the Republic was eliminated. and then the Empire took over. So anyway, a lot of insignias. He's got an insignia right there on his shoulder, both shoulders actually. He's got his insignia all over his face, and on the back there he has a cool little insignia on the backpack. And then there's really good patinaing on him, where it looks like he's been scuffed up and against metal. His armor is seeing some rough scratchings, and they really highlighted those really well with paint. So it came out looking really good. I don't know if I would army build with this one, only because the price point. But if I were to find a whole bunch of these wreckers on a clearance bin, I would definitely pick them all up, because even if they had the same face, it doesn't matter. I mean, the bodies are just amazing, and you can always alter the heads a little bit because they're clones, and so they should be army builds. So anyway, I'm really happy with those toys. So now we're on to the last package that we received the other day. And I was at work when this bad boy came in. So lucky for me that my postman, probably FedEx or UPS, whoever dropped it off, tossed it over the fence far enough from any evil villain's grasp. I really don't have that problem in my neighborhood, but who's to say when it starts? It will always be there. Like a porch pirate, they will be near. Alright, here goes for the big, it's a big box for a big reason. And here we go. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Cool! Oh man, this is just about as big as the Kingpin box. It is humongous. Oh my goodness. And not one, but two! Now, why would you buy two, Justin? Why would you do that? Well, I like leaving one minty fresh to hang on my shelf, like I have a store. And then the other one I will open up and I'll play with. Now, I'm seeing a little bit of damage, but I didn't pay for the minty. I just paid for the cheap $4 shipping. But if you look right there, there's a little kringle, and you can see it on the back. So there's a little damage right there. Ay. So there's one, which will probably be the one that I might open. But then I'm looking at this one too, and you can barely see it, but there's also, here you go, there's a dent. It's not as bad, but there is a slight crease right there. So you can kind of tell on the back, if you wanted minty fresh, it's not going to happen. Now, because they both have similar damages, I'd say to myself, well, try to pick the worst of the worst. And so now we're going to go with, we look at the plastic window, and we see which one has the most scuffs or scarring on it. And I'd have to say that both of them are in really good shape given the situation. But I will end up going ahead and opening this one. The one that has the smaller dent and the minor crease is not a big deal. But this one right here, it is very obvious that there is some damage there. And we will open this guy. So, how do you open up one of these and still want to keep the package? This guy. I'm going to cut this right at the top, and then right at the bottom, I'll cut it, and then it leaves like a little tiny folded envelope that I can take the clam out of, and then the figure can be removed and put back in for continual display. Oh, here's another good reason why I'm opening up this one. So this case has no damage on the bubble, but there is a minor dent right there, if you can see it. So I can probably pop that one back out, but it still wants to go back to its little dent. So there was some unfortunate pressure put right there. So a very good candidate for the Spider-Man animated series Rhino figure. Now there are a lot of other figures on the back here I would love to get my hands on. Just for starters, the black suit is probably the hardest in order to get. And then I already have the that silver armor one, and I am happy with the Shocker that I have already. But there is someone that I may be doing some trades with, or possibly buying from, getting that Ben Reilly suit and the black Spider-Man suit. And then also too, if you saw, there was the Hobgoblin. I also have a Hobgoblin, but I'm happy with my Hobgoblin. If I saw it, I may pick it up, but it would have to be at a good price. So anyway, let's pop this puppy open, okay? And shablamo! Oh wow, man, you got magical powers there, JT. Just like, oh no, don't have magical powers. I didn't cut it enough. Oh boy. So we slide it up from the top. Booyah! Took them right out, and look at that. Still have a package. I can slam them right back in and hang them if I wanted to. Very happy with that. I don't have a good Rhino in my collection. Actually, I don't have a Rhino in my collection, and if I did, I have no recollection of where he's at. So this is really a good addition to having a Rhino. It has a swappable head, which I think is really cool. And it even looks like a Rhino from the side, so I'm really happy with the alternate head already. Also, they came with different fists. He has gripping hands, and then he has closed fists. Open fists would have been cool too, so he can still have hold of some type of item. And I don't really know why I'm taking the hands out, because I'm probably going to slide them back in, but oh boy, I just bit off more than I can bargain for right now. These tapes are really industrial strength tape, and there isn't any bands holding them in. They probably figured that packaging was nice enough. So there he is, guys. Very lightweight, so he must be hollow and not solid, because compared to a few other toys that I have picked up this size, they are extremely heavy. His joints are pretty flexible and bendable, and he turns really well too. So really nice addition for the shelf. I really like this figure a lot. I'm really happy that I got two of them, because I will have one on display in the package, and then I can have one right below him if I wanted to. And then also too, I'd mention is that the articulation on the ankles is pretty good for a toy this size. And I don't think that they made it in such a way that it'll be hard to display, like display stand only. I believe that this is going to be really good just on his own. The ball joints are wide enough and they're stiff enough to where I don't think it's going to, under heat maybe, fall while I'm not around. Because I have had toys when it gets kind of warm and in the toy box here, when the AC's not going, I can come back and find a toy that just kind of lost his stance, and he might be on the floor. Nothing serious, no breakage yet, but oh, I'd hate to have one of my more expensive toys like my NECA Predators falling. That's usually my phobia. So anyway, guys, that would be pretty much it for the toy haul today, and thank you for being here to watch me unbox some of my mail, and stay tuned for the next episode of JT's Toy Box. Again, you have a great day and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I'm going to enjoy the rest of mine. Take care. Bye.